What is good, everyone? So I'm just gonna do a little recap of today's trading day. So as you can see, I took my first entry around here at like close to 7 at 6:57, but we did have data coming out at 7 a.m. that I knew could have moved the market pretty volatile. So I kind of had to be a little cautious, but you know, if I see my setup, I trust it. I trust it 100%. Doesn't mean that you have to, but this is what works for me. And I'm not telling you to do what I do. I'm just here for entertainment. So first entry I took was here for shorts, and you can see it did kind of go down for close to 20 points, almost 25 points. But I did get stopped at a break even because we were, I kid you not, we were like 1 or maybe 2 ticks away from hitting my 10 points right here. And I just didn't get the fill. So I had my stop loss at break even already, and I just got stopped at a break even, unfortunately. But I knew the price was going to keep moving down. But that's just how I trade. And the reason why I entered short here is because if we look at the 144, where is it? Is it this one? No, I think it's this one. Yeah. So if we look at this 144 candle, we had a retracement back into this 50% area, the retracement zone, which is right here. So same thing that we're always looking for. We have that low, then we also have this high. And then inside, we kind of just look for a tiny high and tiny low. I know that's not really what it's called, but that's what I like calling it. And you can see that we do have a nice confirmed breakdown to the downside below this low, right below this low. So once we kind of close down here below, I was definitely interested in shorts, but I needed to kind of be a little bit patient and wait for the 21R to kind of also close on the outside, but first touch the box. But since price was kind of moving a little like quick, and you know, I haven't been in practice for price moving so quickly, because you know it's been a little bit, because market's just not been volatile at all. I kind of entered a little prematurely, as you can see right here. I entered before price kind of retraced back into here. So if I just waited for this 21 range bar candle, this down close candle on the first touch of the zone to kind of close, and I entered, then I probably would not have gotten stopped out at break even. Actually, definitely wouldn't not have. Which is, you know, that was on me. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. So then the next trade I took was a short entry here, and I was able to secure a long position, or not a long position, excuse me. I was able to secure my short position right down here, as you can see. And the reason for me entering this short was, I believe, due to the 233. Let's see. Actually, no. It was based off of 377. So was it the 377? Now I don't. Yeah, it was. It had to be. So before, let me just double check, because I think it was based off the 55. Okay, yeah. So it was actually not based off the 55, but it was based off the 89 volumetric range, because the 89 volumetric range for me aligns with the 377 volumetric range. So what I saw, this is just the play from earlier that I will remove. So what I saw is we reached into a retracement area. We have this high. It's not the best drawn line for the high. And then we have this low right here. And within, let me get rid of this box. And within this area, we have that tiny high formed and the tiny low formed. And we're able to have a confirmed breakout from it. So once we have that confirmed breakout, then I switched to the 55. Let me just pull it up real quick. Then I switched to the 55R to wait and see if we can get a down close candle on that 55. So this down here is where the price closes, and I wait for price to retrace, and then I enter on this down close candle on the 55. My stop is like just above this high. Enter here. I was able to secure my position here, but then I re-entered for a short position. One, because I had a little bit of, I guess, FOMO because of the first trade didn't necessarily go my way. It did, but it didn't go the way I wanted it to. And I did enter a little bit prematurely. So I was having like a, I guess, tiny bit of FOMO. And I was like, oh, it should go like another 10 points, especially if my bias is correct. So this was the first entry that we secured at, and then I did enter here once that 89 candle closed, which you can see right here. 89 candle close. You see that there's one buy order, which is just from this sell order, but then there's another sell order, which I entered as soon as the candle closed. But then my stop loss was just above this high, which was good, because you can see price does end up going the opposite direction, which is perfectly fine with me, because we were in, yet again, another retracement area on the 377. So now, instead of looking at this down close candle, we're looking at this up close candle. And on this up close candle on the 89R, or on that up close candle is on 377R, but we go into the smaller time frame to see the 89R, and we are at that retracement area. Yes, we have the opportunity to go short here, which I did take. But if you look closely, there's also another one being formed right here. So we have that low and this high that is formed. And then we have this tiny high and this tiny low right here. So we kind of just draw that out. Yes, price did not retrace back into either this order block area or this zone that we have drawn out, which is okay. So I had a strong conviction that price was just going to keep on closing or going up, especially once the 377R candle was able to close. And the 377R candle closed exactly right here. So pretty much at this high, at this like old high, pretty much where this line is where the 377R closed. And you can see I did enter a little bit prematurely, but that's only because on the 144R, let me just pull it up. On the 144R, we had a very strong bullish candle, which was right here at 24,516, which is pretty much right where I entered. I entered at 24,515.75. So I entered there, my stop loss was just below here, and I had a very strong conviction that price was just going to keep on moving up and up and up. Also, we had, if we look at the 1 minute, we can see that there was this big bubble of buying pressure with 73 contracts being bought. So to me, it's signaling, okay, we have good sellers or good buyers into the market at this area, which is right where I have that zone drawn out, which is good for me. And then we also have like a little bit more of a buy, 30 contracts right here, and price does keep pushing up. And you can see that we don't really have much more selling pressure until like this area, which we kind of have a little bit of consolidation. So I felt pretty confident entering here and getting definite 10 points. I knew for sure I could have gotten like 20 to 30 points, but that's just not how I trade. So, I just went for the 10 points as always. So then I was able to enter there. Then I took another entry up here, because yet again another 144 candle closed very bullish, which was right here. So I entered like right somewhere around here is where I entered, and it was a good dub. So from these trades, I took 2 wins. So I took 10-point win right there, then another 10-point entry right here once that 144 candle closed, and especially since we got those 2 bullish 144 candles, I'll show you again. These 2, I entered on this close, and I entered again on this close, which is denoted by this entry right here. Let me zoom in a little bit, maybe it's easier to see, which is denoted by this entry right here, as well as this entry right here. And then as you can see, I do have one more final entry, and that is just because the way the market was moving, I knew that price should be able to touch the 50% level of the 377R that was just formed and created. So we have this newly formed 377R created with, good order flow numbers down here, and our zone setup occurred within it. We got it up close, so I knew that I was gonna get, at least price should be able to go to this 50% level, especially since the original idea was to go short from this area. We had a retracement and we were shorting, and we had that set up, so we went to shorts. But then that short idea failed, and we ended up being an up close candle. So I had strong conviction that we were going to go to at least this 50% area, which we do end up doing, which is right here. And then price was just kind of moving very, very bullish for me. And I just re-entered right here. And the reason why also is because if we look, this is the area I entered at, the top of this bubble or ball or whatever you want to call it. I entered up here. So I saw that there was selling pressure, but price was not wanting to move down. It just wanted to keep moving up. And then I saw that there was this, this bubble, this green bubble denoting that, there's a good amount of buying pressure. So I entered long, like right at the top of here, which is, unfortunate. I definitely should have waited a little bit for a bit of a retracement, but I was only looking for a quick scalp. I entered right up here. My stop loss was just below here. And I was up in profits for the day, so I was okay with, about a 30-point stop loss or so. And you can see price perfectly respected these bubbles, like to the T, which was nice, because then, price just kept going up and up and up. So I saw that, and it made me feel better about my long position. So it was only 5 points. I definitely could have gone 10 points, 20 points again, whatever, and for the -1 target of that 377R, but it's just not not my style. Even though, it definitely could have been up way, way more for sure, but it's better to just kind of take it slow and steady. Don't be greedy with it. So those are all the trades I took. So let's see, it was nothing within really the first half an hour until close to 7. So we had 1 break-even trade, then we had 1 win, 1 loss, then we're up to 2 wins, and then we're up to 3 wins, 4 wins. So we had 4 wins, 1 break-even, and 1 loss. And that's honestly all you need. I was honestly fine if I just did a one and done day, to be honest. But I saw how volatile the market was being, so I knew that there was going to be multiple opportunities to enter. And you can see that I do have this blue line drawn out, and it's perfectly touching this low volume node area that I had drawn out, which is, it's just nice seeing your levels being played out pretty well. This one is red because it was demand zone that I had drawn out, but price went below it, and you can see didn't really respect it too much. They just kind of ignored it. And then this level right here was the pre-market POC level that I did have drawn out. So expected, big push to the upside and to kind of reach this target. And I would say that I do think there's a higher chance that by the end of the day today, we do end up reaching another 100 points higher towards this POC level. I'm not 100% sure because this POC level was the daily POC like maybe 10 minutes before pre-market open, but I wasn't able to see if it was still there 5 minutes or 3 minutes before market open because I kind of forgot about that. But yeah, I just had strong conviction that we were probably gonna have a move down, but then ultimately the true move would be to the upside because we were just so far away from that pre-market POC. So yeah, those are all the trades I took. 4 wins, 1 loss, and a break-even trade. And that's pretty much it. So I probably won't be doing a video tomorrow. Maybe Monday as well, I'm not too sure. But we'll see. So I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Peace.